Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 8, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, before I get started with the actual reset, I do want to quickly mention, quickly, as fast as I can while explaining it thoroughly, talk about backing up your device. So because resetting your phone will remove all the data that is stored on it, which would include things like your, for instance, contacts that you have in here. So all the contacts, messages, applications, music, photos, all that stuff will be removed from your device. So for this reason, I would recommend you back up your device. Now there's two different ways you can do this. The second one may be less of a backup, but I'll go into this. Now, first, the way to do it, probably the easiest one and the most readily available, is the Google one. I don't consider it to be the best, and I'll explain why, and you can come to your conclusions if this is something that you want to use or not. But let's first find it. So it should be under... oh, there we go. Account and backups. So this one will be strictly from Google right here, and we can see right here Google Drive backup data. When we click on this, you can see we have two different fields. So we have photos and videos and other device data. Now under photos and videos, well, nothing is being backed up. Actually, because nothing is being backed up, it doesn't have the progress bar. Let's see if I click. I do want to show you the progress bar. Just it's going to be in here. Manage accounts. No, it doesn't show it here. Oh, for God's sakes, where is it? Okay, I can't find the progress. The reason why what I was actually looking for is when you actually select any kind of backup, like in here, it's checked on when the green. When you click on it, it will actually show you how much storage it's being taken. Now, Google Drive gives you 15 gigabytes of free storage with your Google account. Now, for current times, this is almost nothing. So chances are you might have more photos and videos than 15 gigabytes, and that doesn't even cover your other device data. So it's pretty bad in this aspect, just because 15 gigabytes isn't too much to cover your basic needs, right? And furthermore, I find it not the greatest way to back up your device, just because this is going to the cloud, which means that Google will be using this data, either your photos, videos, contacts, messages, and all that shit, to train AI models, sell it for profit, and all that shit. So I just find it to be not very good, because, you know, when I'm backing up my data, I would like it to be my fucking data, not everyone's. This isn't communism. So anyway, that's kind of one thing that I dislike here, and they're just covering photos and videos, meaning that anything above 15 gigabytes just kind of gets left behind. Under other device data, where it gets even shittier in my opinion. So we have backup, contacts, call history, device settings, application data, SMS and MMS messages. Now it clearly says it's backing up this data, right? Now, give me a sec. Give me a definition of a backup.
A backup is a copy of data created to restore the original information if it is lost, damaged, or corrupted. Okay.
Now the reason I did this, which the most important part in here is a copy of data, and in cases it is lost, damaged, or corrupted. This is what really matters right here. And the reason this matters is because Google doesn't give a flying fuck about backing up data that doesn't benefit them. So things like your contacts, that benefits them. Having the knowledge of who are your friends that you associate with, their phone numbers, what you write with them, and all that shit. That's a creepy amount of information that Google obviously wants their hands on. Consent isn't really one of the words that they use here for, getting it and not really disclosing it. So keep that in mind. When you're a billionaire, consent isn't needed, obviously, right? It wants to steal your contacts, your call history, and your messages and MMS messages, and things that actually matter to you, like apps, app data. Yeah, that's not even like touched. So to give you an example or explanation on the specifically like app and app data, it doesn't do what literally the name backup would imply it does, which automatically means that it's false and it's straight up lying to you. Because for Google to back up applications, it would require to create a copy of those applications from your phone. But let's say you have, here I don't have it, but on my device I do. So let's say I have the, what is it called? There we go. The application called Good Luck. That application originates strictly from the Samsung store. This is Samsung exclusive application. That application, when backing it up, will not be touched, even though it is an APK in itself, which means it should have been backed up, but it won't because it didn't come from Play Store. And this doesn't stop there. With the bullshit lying here, because even if you have an application that came from Play Store, let's say a Yuzu emulator, application used to emulate Nintendo Switch games. Well, you can probably already see where that is going, because Nintendo would not allow such a thing to exist. So they assembled their lawyers into a fucking Avengers team, so it can go and just remove Use emulator from existence, right? Just fight for the glory of Nintendo. So yeah, that application is no longer available on Play Store, and you supposedly creating this backup would imply that you are creating a fucking copy of it, right? But you're not. What this is doing more or less is as though it would bring it up a little notepad, write down the application of the name of the application that you have right here, and then once you're restoring, it will be like, okay, cool, we have a list of applications. Let me just pull up Play Store. So Play Store, okay, cool. Let's start off. We have Good Luck. Yeah, that's not here. We can't find it. And then moving on. Use emulator. Oh, that's also not here. Moving on. The reason why it's not here is because it's no longer on Play Store. And even though you backed it up and it originated from Play Store, it's still not getting restored because it no longer exists. Which by this definition, it's data that is lost, which you backed it up for the same fucking reason. And you're not getting it restored because it got lost from your fucking device. So, screw this, screw Google Backup. Personally, I genuinely despise it just because it's predatory. It's trying to get your data in reality while offering no real inherent value. The other option that you can utilize is not this, Smart Switch. Where is it? Smart Switch. It's the Samsung's exclusive application that you can use to basically migrate data to another device or to a SD card. So you can plug one through the USB-C. And it will create a backup of all of your data that is stored on a phone, as long as you have enough storage on like SD card or on the other device. But for the most part, no matter what kind of device you're going to bring up, it's going to have way more storage than Google Cloud Backup with the Google Drive 15 gigabytes. There is no device nowadays that has 15 gigabytes. Shit, there isn't even ones sold anymore that have like 64. You really need to be looking for this low amount of storage. So chances are whatever you have will have nearly 10 times more storage than what Google offers. Even phones that are like decade old probably. So this one will be a much better option. Now, this will be utilized if you have another Samsung device. That'd be an old one or new one, because you can use this process to migrate to a new device, but you can also use it to move data to a old device. But this specific application will allow you to do it to an old Samsung device specifically. You can use other applications such as this one. They work the same way. They're just different named for different brands. So if you have an old Xiaomi device, let's say, you would need to download an application called Mi Mover. Similar to what this is, Smart Switch, as it's an exclusive Samsung application, it comes with Samsung. Mi Mover comes out of the box with Xiaomi devices, but you can download them from Play Store, such as Smart Switch or Mi Mover or all the other ones. You will always need to use the application of the phone you are moving the data to. And you can use the other device, old one, as a backup method, like a backup storage of the data, even though it's a phone. Though to restore it, you just need to, let's say you have a Xiaomi device, second one, right? So you download Mi Mover on here to move the data to the Xiaomi. Again, moving the data to a phone, you need to use the application of that phone. And then when you're moving it back to this phone, you'd need to download on the Xiaomi Smart Switch. And this would allow you to then connect them together. As right here, just to explain this, when you have Smart Switch, Samsung application, when you open it up, it gives me both options. This same application opened up on Xiaomi will only give me the option to send files sent from this phone. So on Xiaomi, it will only allow me to send data away from this device, not receive it. And reason for that is Samsung makes this application themselves, just like other companies do it. So Xiaomi makes Mi Mover, Samsung this one, right? And they're going to put resources into making this application not to help you move out of their devices using their application. It's theirs to help you move to their phone, not away. So anyway, that's going to be the best way. That's the one that I recommend. It's going to be much more reliable, much faster, and off the grid. All your data is private. So I recommend this. Anyway, let's move on. So now we can actually begin the resetting. So we're going to open up settings right here. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom to advanced features, I believe it is. Nope, never mind, sorry. Oh, there we go. General management. And in general management, you'll find reset. Here we're going to scroll down, and the last option is factory data reset. When you click on this, it will present you with a list of data that will be removed by this process, which includes things like your Google accounts, system and app data, settings, downloaded apps, music, photos, other user data, and so on. Now, one of the things that I didn't talk about is things like music. When you're doing this through that Smart Switch application or the Mi Movers and all that stuff, you will be able to move everything, including things like music, while Google doesn't even touch your music. It's too much data that Google couldn't give two shits about. That doesn't benefit them in any way, so they are not going to be backing that up at all. It's not even an option in there. So keep that in mind. And here we have a list of accounts that will be removed, as well as applications that will be removed. Now, because we have created this backup, it shouldn't really matter what is listed right here. And also when it comes down to things like accounts, it says that it's going to be removing these accounts, but it just removes them from this phone, and you can re-sign into them later on. So they're just being kind of signed out, more or less. So anyway, let's select reset. If you have a screen lock, you will need to confirm it, but not only that, when you confirm screen lock, you will also need to click on delete all data, just so you can do this, which is also sign out of your Samsung account. This only shows up with Samsung account and not Google. And it's a fucking retarded thing to show up, because they already asked me for my screen lock, which begs the question, why the hell would you ask me for password to a account if I already confirmed it through a screen lock? And if that wasn't enough, then why not just ask me straight away for password and not the goddamn screen lock? Beats me. But anyway, I'm gonna need to check out what the stupid password for this is, because of course it needs to have, like, capital letters, special symbols, and all that shit. So this is the, let's see. Okay, let's see if I got it. Nope. Oh, for God's sakes, what the hell? There we go. Pretty sure I typed that in the first time, but apparently I misspelled something. So once you confirm it or type it in correctly, it's just automatically going to go into resetting your device, and this should take about a minute. It's a relatively quick process on Samsungs. Now when it's finished, we will be then presented with the setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.